Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Hafiz Sidik, NIM 19 11 02 01 49, akan menjawab soal UAS bahasa Inggris yang telah diberikan pada tanggal 13 kemarin. Baiklah, pertama saya akan membacakan the historical road of Muslim crisis. This statement by bin Laden was issued before the American, British, and Australian attack on Iraq. In fact, it was published on 23 February 1998 in Al-Qudus Al-Arabi, an Arabic newspaper published in London. The text of the statement cited fully in Bernard Lewis' most recent book, The Crisis of Islam, Holy War and Unholy Terror, is in respect a kind of progress with respect to last month's war against Iraq. The statement of for the humor maintains the perception of money during the American war in Iraq. It asserts that will the purpose of the American in the war are religious and economic. They also sever the petty status of the left. The wars are diverting attention from their occupation of Jerusalem. There is a little doubt that the working of Bernard Lewis have gained greater prominence as a result of the increased conflict between the West and Islam since the late 1980s. In fact, it is Lewis who joined the opposite parts, the class of television, not Samuel Huntington, the eventual violent Charles Emeritus professional of the Near Eastern Studies at Princeton University, has been even more prolific. In a relative short period after September 11, Middle Eastern response and the crisis of Islam. And the killing of Muslims in the cheating. Moreover, according to the statement, there is not better proof of this than their eagerness to destroy Iraq, the strongest of the neighbor Arab states, and their attempt to dismember all the states of the religion interpreted as states. The division of the states in the Middle East would, in turn, ensure the survival of Israel and the continuation of the Islamic Crusader occupation of the lands of Arabia. There is little doubt that the writing of Bernard Lewis have gained greater prominence as a result of the increased conflict between the West and Islam since the late 1980s. In fact, in fact, it is Lewis who joined the opposite force, the class of civilization, not Samuel Huntington, the vital, violent class, uh, emeritus professor at the Eastern Studies at Princeton University, has been even more powerful. In a relatively short period after September 11, moral right to study Islam and its society. Lewis is of course insistent that the study of Islam is not solely the privilege of insiders, but also of outsiders like him. It seems that Lewis is trying to be more objective and more balanced in the view outlined in his two books. It is a pity though that the title of his second book is very misleading. What he is discussing in the book is in fact not the crisis of Islam but rather the crisis among Muslims. Lewis uh, attempted attempt to define Islam, but what he means by Islam is on again Islam as it has been represented and actualized by Muslims throughout their history. What does he really mean by Islam? He simply wishes that it is difficult to generalize about Islam, and the word Islam does more than 14 centuries of history. A billion and three people and a religious and cultural tradition 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 of enormous diversity, which so have an emphasis on Muslim societies rather than on Islam as a set of doctrines that Islam used in the title of the book should be read in a very chosen way, or at least the term in Islam in Lewis application is interchangeable with the term Muslim or Islamic. Internally, the crisis of Muslims originated in the disintegration of Muslim political ethnic, which in consequence also result in social, economic, nation. At some time, Europe and later in contemporary times also the US continue to progress in science and technology which in turn produced imperialism and colonialism and many in the Muslim world succumb to their power and influence. The European onslaught on the Muslim Middle East began with the campaign of a young French general named Napoleon Bonaparte in 1798. Within a remarkable Bonaparte and his small expedition force were able to corner abruptly and rule the great Muslim herd. The fact that a small European force was able to invade on the on of the heartland of Islam changed and profession stock among Muslims in general. This is the beginning of soul searching and of defeatism among my Muslims as well of growing resentment against the Europeans. In the end, Lewis pointed out the Ottoman Sultanate, the last of the great Muslim empires, was finally defeated by European power in 1918. Its capital Constantinople was occupied. Its sovereignty held captive, and much of the east territory was partitioned between the victorious British and French empires. Worse still, the Arabic-speaking former Ottoman province of the Felite money dated by European powers in 1918. Its capital, Constantinople. With new name and fortresses. Two of them, Iraq and Palestine, were under British mandate. The third, under the name Syria, was given to the French. Later, the French subdivided their mandate into three, calling on the part Lebanon and retaining the name Syria for the rest. The dismember of the Muslim region under the Ottoman Empire transitioned the British defend Palestine, threatening a division between the two branches of the Jordan. The eastern segment was Shale Transjordan, later simply Muslim power that was able to check European imperialist ambitious was the tour led by an Ottoman general named Mustafa Kemal, better known as Kemal Atatürk. Ataturk, the Turkey eventually succeeded in liberating their homeland. Muslim resentment toward the Western powers grew rapid with the rise of the US and the international scene soon after World War II, with the demise of European colonialism and anti-American sentiment grew steadily among Muslims in the Middle East in particular. This can be attributed to general cost economics, often described as the beginning of the Muslim natural result. The support of corporate local trends who serve American interests by oppressing and robbing their own people, and more importantly, American support for Israel fears in this conflict with Palestinian Arab. Then is conflict the neighbor Arab states and the larger Muslim world, which is inserted in fulfillment in the Middle East since the 1905. At the expense of the Arabic Muslim, American has, in the word of Lewis, become the archenemy, the incarnation of evil, the diabolical opponent of the all that is good, and especially of Islam. There is little to the list of Middle Eastern Muslim grievances, and resentment toward the US has grown often more steadily since the late, with American support of the despotic ruler of Iran. He called upon the Muslims of the world to unite against their enemy. It was about this time that he began to speak of America as the Grand Satan, and of the Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Iraq President Saddam Hussein as servant and agent of America. In a more related document, Osama bin Laden called President George Bush the pharaoh of the present day, who are supported by Islam among Middle Eastern Muslim rulers. Looking at the historical route outlined above, Lewis is right when he states that the phenomenon of militant and radical Muslims who now are increasing, resulting to terrorists in not new since the beginning of their harsh encounter with the West and the increasing impact of the West in the 19th century that have been religious militant opposition movement among Muslims. All different military and radical groups, justice and sensitivity, than violent aggressive reference to Islamic texts, particularly the Quran and the Prophet tradition. They claim to be the representative of a true, proper, and more All different militant and radical groups justly and sensitively their violent acts through reference to Islamic texts, particularly the Quran and the Prophet tradition. They claim to be the res- 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 representative of a truer, poor, and more authentic Islam that the culture practiced by vast majority of Muslim and Westerners electors of choice not being misled by their claim. In the end, the problem of radicalism and terrorism among Muslims should be addressed not only by mainstream Muslim leaders but also by the Western world. Moderate Muslim leaders or not condone any kind of violent acts and should make it clear that Islam is against any kind of violence at the same time the US or the Western world in general should also address the root causes of the resentment and bitterness among Muslims. Cracking down only on violent groups will only lead to a vicious circle of violence and terrorism.